heading on a 6-game road trip. This would appear to be a pivotal time for this team. Just how do you keep them up and positive and together?
Yeah, I'm not as worried about keeping them up. I think we need to get better off of that. You know, I didn't think I thought we didn't have enough. We weren't as tight as we need to be against that level of talent. We were loose in our coverages and a little loose on the ball, and it hurt us. And you know, they've got some great players that stepped up and made plays, and really separated the game. But even when we were going back and forth, I didn't feel like I didn't feel like it was sustainable at that rate the way we were playing. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, Bill, we're employed to do everything we can to have everything we have and to manage the ups and downs throughout a season, players and coaches, and it's on us as individuals to be up and ready. Certainly you have to help some guys through that and help manage some of that, but we can't spend our time managing feelings right now. We have to spend our time getting better.
Coach, I think you already answered it, but it was going back and forth, but then Rose hit, they connected on their outside shots. Is that what happened? I mean, they pulled away at that point?
Well, I thought our offense provided them some baskets with our, we had some moments of shoddy ball handling in that stretch. Not too many. I mean, we were pretty sure with the ball most of the night. The offensive glass hurt us, as it has against them. But again, I thought we were better than we were before, but they just seemed to get some timely baskets off of that. But then the three-pointer by Moore that he hit at the top of the key that stretched it from 3 to 6, I thought took the wind out of our sails. I didn't think we responded well to that. The next play, they hit another 3, it's 9, and it snowballed on us. We can't let that happen. We've just got to say, hey, we guarded. That was one of our best possessions defensively, and Moore hits a big shot. Move on to the next play. We didn't respond as well as we need to.
Was it defense, better offense leading?
No, listen, their offense was excellent, and their offense was, well choreographed, well designed, and well executed by, multiple all-stars. But that means we have to be tighter, and we weren't tight enough. And we're just going to hold them to that standard. I think it's easy to look out there and see Rose being Rose, which, is good for him, not good for everybody else that's playing against him. And then Gasol and Butler just continue to play at the level they've been playing at.
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to ask you actually about Gasol. It seemed that there were stretches where he was getting a lot of wide open shots around the free throw line. Was that just a breakdown defensively, or were they doing something?
I think it was 2 in a row, maybe 3 in a row. I thought we adjusted pretty well to that the rest of the half, but it may have stretched us out too much. We probably should have just stayed with it, but because at that point we were tied, and they weren't, those long 2s weren't killing us. But certainly it's easy to overreact to those with a guy that's as capable as him. I thought we did that some, but I thought that Sully made a couple good multiple efforts to get back to him and challenge him, make him put it on the floor. I thought Kelly did too, but then Kelly fouled him when he drove. We're kind of there, but not really there. And that's kind of that's where we've just got to grow, get better.
And Jimmy Butler in the second half, much different player than in the first. Was it just him just getting into a rhythm, or was there?
I thought he imposed his physical will on the game, and that's what he does. I mean, he's the reason he is growing in everybody's eyes, in my opinion, or at least the reason he's growing in my eyes, is because, yes, his skill's getting better. Yes, he's getting more used to being a guy. Yes, he's got another year of experience, but he's just physically, he's tough. I mean, he's tough to stop. He's tough to play against offensively. He's got he's just got a lot of stuff to him.
Brad, it seemed like kind of a lesson for Kelly. I mean, like there were some obviously good things and not so good things. What did you think of his game? And it seems like when he gets the ball in the post, teams are now just raking at him and he's trying to steal it. I mean, what did you think of his overall game?
Well, I thought offensively our bigs were our best players today. And I think the stats would bear that out. I haven't looked exactly at them, but, I mean, the starting bigs had 32 and the backup bigs had 30. So probably should have tried them on the perimeter altogether. I don't know. But I thought that they just played with a lot of poise as a group and got a lot done for us. Kelly's much more comfortable facing the basket than back to the basket. And that's where he is. And he's very good facing the basket. He's better back to the basket than he allows himself to be. You know, he had an opportunity where he had Gibson deep in the second half, and he should have just right up with that jump hook. And he had it in his right hand. Gibson was kind of off that. He had him sealed with the shoulder, but instead he hesitated. He tried to back him in, put the ball on the floor, and lost the ball. I mean, and that's what you're talking about. Like when you're not back to the basket all the time, then you have to learn kind of the pace of that. It's kind of like what we've talked about with bigs that shoot. You know, sometimes they're not used to being open without contact because they've lived their whole life with somebody hanging on them, and he's the opposite of that in a lot of ways. So but I think he's very capable. In the right matchup down there. Gibson's not a great one right now, but Gibson's a really tough defender down there. If you can score on him, you can score on most people.